Hi everybody, this is Dave the Rave, roving on Arran, roving on the rock, so I remember who I am. And today I'm in Lochranza with Gordon Allsop. And Gordon Allsop is actually the reason why my little YouTube channel is called Dave the Rave, Roving the Rock, because every time we go running together, he's always called it a rave run, Dave the Rave run. So, and that's what he actually calls them whenever he logs them on Strava. So that's the reason for that, Dave the Rave. We're in Lochranza in a storm, and it's 60 mile an hour gusts, 45 mile an hour steady wind speeds. And the reason we're in Lochranza is because Gordon wanted to go running. That's the reason, isn't it?
Yep, I had to get out in this.
Yeah, you had to. We go out and everything. And so I'll just tell you a bit about what we're going to face here. It is pouring down, it's very windy, the wind is coming from the south, so that's going to save us to some extent because we're up in Lochranza, which is in the very north of the island, and it's Kildonan, that kind of area that's going to be getting blasted rather than Lochranza. So we're being lucky, but we can still hear the wind and see the white horses on the sea. Where we are is right beside the ferry. That's the Loch Allen. It's normally MV Catriona, nice new ferry, but that's a different one today. And there are no ferries running from Arran today because of the weather. In fact, they were unusually cancelled the day before because it's so stormy. So this one usually goes to Clonaigue from Lochranza, but there's nothing. We're marooned in Arran today, I think that's fair to say. Marooned on the rock. And I'll put this camera over here. Gordon and I are both on days off today. And how long have we been going running together on our days off, on some days off?
Recently, a few days.
Yeah.
Been on and off over a few years.
20?
Yeah, I've been getting out recently, trying once a week. Which is good.
More so recently.
Yeah.
But sometimes life overtakes things and you just don't even manage, and sometimes we're injured and we can't even get out. But happily just now we're both uninjured, willing and able. I would describe us both, since we're in our late 50s, as being past our best before date but not at our use by date, and that's in shop terminology, which is quite apt here.
Yeah, both being co-workers.
Both being co-workers. When did you start working in the coal, Gordon?
1986, 7, something like that.
Good for you, working that out. I don't even know. Look, I was 15 years in Calmac, 5 in Ochrani, 10 in the co-op. So I started, what is that, 35 years ago. Yeah.
And I was 37 years, alright.
Right. And we both started working in the old co-op. Well, that's where we met, isn't it? Working with Canis Donnelly in the old co-op, which is across the road from Brodick Chemist. And we worked in the co-op together, and then we worked in Ochrani together, Ochrani Hotel, where you still work.
25 years.
25 years!
August.
I mean, that's remarkable, isn't it? So you've seen all the changes, you've been there since Ian Johnston started turning it all, changing all around. I started working at Ochrani just when the spa had been built, exactly when it had been built.
2001.
2001. In the leisure department where we both worked. And that reinforced my good habits going out running. Although I'm not sure that I can call it a good habit today. I think it's a bit of a bonkers habit.
But we will feel so good after it.
We'll feel a lot better after we've been out running, and that's why we do it. Yeah. We've travelled quite a distance. I've travelled from White Bay, picked up Gordon in Sannox. We've come here with trepidation and dread, on our day off to do the thing that we like to do the best, which is a strange contradiction, isn't it?
But also the fact we're coming to Lochranza, which I don't think we've run
No,
together for
forever.
a long time.
Because
Or
it's
never, or a long time.
long time.
So somewhere different, which is always good.
Somewhere
Get away
different.
from your comfort zone.
Yep. And so
Certainly
what?
want to be away from my comfort zone in this way.
So what made us undertake this undertaking, which might result in us visiting the Undertaker? Would you say?
The thought of sitting in the house feeling pretty miserable in this weather, I
Yeah.
think, when I think if we get out in this weather, it's pretty miserable, but we will feel so much better after it
Yep.
than if we'd sat in the house
Yep.
and contemplated life.
Yep. That's exactly the way I see it. And I would add one more thing. A running buddy is a good buddy indeed, because it's like, I don't know if it's like being in the army or something like that. It's somebody that you spend time with and endure things with. And so you tend to offload your problems on your running buddy, and to some extent it helps you kind of solve them, doesn't it? You know, you can discuss
You
things.
can, if you get the chance, if you get a word in, you can. It's not a rave run for nothing. No, I'm just joking, you know I'm joking. But you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I do tend to rabbit on a bit. I might not be rabbiting so much today though, being that it's...
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I've got a feeling you still will. But anyway, then it wouldn't be a rave run.
Yeah. So, what is our planned route for today then, Gordon, would you say?
Well, I'd say our planned route was starting at the pier, running round to Newton Shore, going up the Winds, down towards Fairydale and back round the coast, along the coastal way, back to Newton Shore and back along the road to the pier. I think that's, if we can manage that, that would be pretty good.
And does that take us to that wee house that everyone takes photos of?
Well, Fairydale's got a house and a little boat hut and stuff.
Like, is it like a picturesque house that nobody lives in or something
It's
like
not, that's, you're not thinking of Lagan, are you?
that? Yeah, is that what it is?
No, Lagan's further round.
Further round.
This one's Fairydale, but it's got a wee house down by the sea.
I've only been there once, and that's many years ago, so I hope we make it.
Yes, I think we will.
And that takes us up past the stone
Man, Aaron Stone Man,
the Iron Stone Man.
who makes little stone people.
Yeah, done that for many, many years now.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just have another wee check to you what we're looking at out here. Yep, the rain is going in exactly the direction that we expected. Driving rain going in front of all the houses across the bay. So the good thing is the wind will be behind us when we're going along up to Newton, but then we'll be utterly daft. And I don't even know what clothes to wear. As many as possible. Maybe I'll put an extra layer on before we go. I am actually strangely dreading it, but I know that we'll feel great once we've done it. That's the thing. Oh, that's right. So one more thing I was going to do. I was going to say a bit about Lochranza since we're here. And I've looked up Wikipedia, so I can't be argued with in this one. The most interesting thing about Lochranza for me is, which Gordon was surprised to hear, it's the most shaded village in the entire world, according to world climate experts. Now, I'm being backed up here by world climate experts and Wikipedia, so I had heard it was one of the most shaded. I didn't know it was actually the most shaded in the whole world. That's quite something. So you'd really want to question if you're wanting a suntan or something like that if you were coming to stay here. And also it's got the fewest hours of sunshine of any village in the UK. So I don't suppose we're going to get much sunshine on our run today. I'm thinking probably not.
Probably not. Not even a rainbow.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see the rainbow for all the clouds and the rain. And what else is there? So it used to be a herring fishing port.
Didn't know that.
Didn't know that myself till today. The Waverley comes here and has done only since 2003, because before that they didn't. That's when a new pier was built. Couldn't come here before that for a long time.
No.
And there's the distillery, the castle, which we're going to run past on the wee spit, the wee shingle spit that's right in the centre of the village. They've got 200 people roughly living here, and it's a declining population because most of the holiday houses aren't there.
That's not unique.
No, it's a very picturesque village. It's beautiful, but you know that's part of the thing about that. And then it's got red deer walking up and down the main road and things in the village.
I've fed them.
You've fed them?
A lot of people say probably shouldn't, but I've fed them.
Well, they're
Fed
lovely,
out my hand.
They're lovely, aren't they? Fed out your hand, yeah. Of course, that is tame.
Apples, carrots, stuff like that.
Great. Fancy that. You've got red squirrels in your garden as well, haven't you?
Red squirrels, yeah.
Not everybody's got them. They're quite rare in most parts of the... Yes, it's quite... There's a squall going past here. We're grimacing. Grimacing Gordon and dreading it Dave, I think is probably what we're going to call it for today.
Yes.
To get this job done, you can see golden eagles here. You get seals on the other side of the shore. I've seen them many times.
Sure, yeah.
Otters. And also in 1787, the father of the geology, James Hutton, found Hutton's unconformity here and changed all of geology, and a lot of people come here now, and there's an outdoor centre, you call it, where people come and stay in the centre just where you turn off for the other side of Lochranza. It's an outdoor centre, something like that it's called.
Does all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Canoeing, gorge walking, climbing and abseiling.
Anyway,
Today though.
not today, there's nobody. We haven't passed anybody today. We haven't seen anybody. There's no cars because there's no boats. We're the only people out and about. We didn't see a single soul, not even any deer, did we? There's nobody else here apart from us. And we are very, very lucky indeed to have this opportunity to charge about in this crazy weather. Okay, so we better get on with it. What I'll do, I'll tell you how it went, either during or after our run.
I think after would be the best.
After,
plan.
depending on how we get on, and also if we get on. Okay, TTFN. That's ta-ta for now. Oh my goodness! You can't even stand up in it! It's behind the tree! It's so windy! My God! I don't know if you can hear me! That's the strongest wind I think I've ever run in. Like, we wouldn't be standing up there. We could be in this corner. Look at that. We wouldn't be standing up, Gordon. We'd be in those cars. Well, that's why we're stopped, isn't it? Oh! My goodness. We're waiting for a squall to go past, but I'm not even convinced it is one. That is astonishing. That's the strongest wind I've seen all year, and in fact, I don't think, first time I've been out, I can never remember, I don't think we could have stayed up in that at all. We'd have been flying. Just starting to calm down a bit. Oh no. Oh my goodness, Gordon. Well, it's fair to say, we did come out in a storm. There's no question about that. Oh, it's just stopped for a second. Ooh, that's definitely stormy weather. Wow. That was actually quite dangerous, wasn't it? I thought that wooden thing there was going to land on you. to chance it. I'm a bit worried, to be honest. Come on. I think I'll just keep this going just for a wee minute, just to see if this is the end of our run. I don't even know why it's hitting us up here, because we're at the north end, and this is where I thought was the most sheltered. So much I know. Oh, look at that view, Gordon. I'm going to stop and get this. We're looking down Lochranza Bay, the lake to the right. Very down up the road here where we're and everything's dark grey. Yeah, we'll get some shelter. Come on. Oh, that was actually dodgy, Gordon. Honestly, I thought. Well,
60 miles an hour.
60 miles. That was 60 miles an hour. I mean, I just don't remember being in a wind like that where I thought, I can't stand up in this, I'm going to go, I don't know what the wind's going to do to me here.
You're lighter than me, Dave.
Yeah, I am.
I find it harder. I felt okay. I think I was a bit more concerned than you.
Yes, because you saw me go flying, didn't you? I went flying past you there, and you were like, not going as fast as me. I was going fast, I sped up some. Oh, look at that view. Right the way around the north end now. All the way around the north end. Newton Point, isn't this?
Well,
Newton Shore.
It's
Oh, still got the one behind us.
Cock of Arran.
Cock of Arran, that's right. That's what it's called. Oh.
Say that.
No. No. Probably not. And we can see right across to where we're looking at. We can see a bit of it. Kintyre, yeah? Yeah, looking over at Tarbert. And the sea is quite dark grey. On our right we've got one wee cottage on its own. And some trees standing. Like we are, but only just. Whoa. That was something, it's a bit better now. This is more like what I expected, going around the north end. That was some squall. Yeah. Yes, that's right. We've turned round the Cock of Arran and we're going south now. And the wind's still behind us now. And it was behind us when we were coming up to the Cock of Arran. So it's going right round it, isn't it? In a big circle. Strange. In any case, I dread to think what we're going to experience when we turn around completely, because we're going to go back into that wind. Unless we're in a shelter, but I can't remember what the path's like.
It's alright.
It's a nice runnable path that we're on just now anyway, isn't it? You can drive a car on this. Are we turning left here? Straight on. Big deer gate there. Coming up to another house. It'd be quite something to live up here, wouldn't it? All the trees up there are at different angles, not standing straight. Surprising that they're even there, but they're all really small, aren't they? Here we go. Coming up to a turn here. One heck of a lot of water in that little river there. It's really bursting. There's been so much rain lately. It just hasn't really stopped. It's like we've had the whole winter of rain and wind. We just haven't had any sunny days really, have we? For a long time. Right, we're on to now a very boggy path in the middle of a field. Gordon struggling to get his grip there. And the wind's still behind us, which is ominous, because I don't think it should be. Really, I don't know much about wind. Gordon's running in front of me, so if there's some horrible obstacle in front of me, he'll come across it first, and I'll just stop. Ah! Okay, we both went through like a river there. and there's nothing you can do with that. This is quite boggy, Gordon. Good thing we've got trail shoes on. The trail shoes that we've got on are designed to let water run through them. So even if they fill up, they empty again. In other words, you've already decided that you're going to have soaking wet feet before you start. And that's a given. And then, what's some more mud here? But it doesn't build up. If you had ordinary shoes on, they would just fill up like wellies, and then you'd be pretty much unable to run. I'm struggling a bit of this. So much water lying in this path. Like I say, it won't stop us. In fact, to be honest, hey, concentrate. Take makes us concentrate this way and ignore the weather. Did you know that that's the history of humour? The reason for humour, did you know that? Because if you're running about in the wild as a wild animal, people, you know, are hunting something, enduring cold and fatigue, humour is a tool that you employ to mask the discomfort. Woo. You laugh it off. That's what humour's for. So I can do a couple of jokes here, Gordon. Did I tell you this one? I've cancelled my granny gym membership. You know why? It wasn't working out. How come I'm the only one laughing? Do you get it? It wasn't working out. Right, Gordon. It wasn't working out. Back downhill. Whoa, beautiful view. Amazing. Looking down a very steep hill, the river running down back, so fall over. And a cliff in front of us. And all the way down from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. The sea, the mainland. The wind's still behind us, which is worrying, because it's been behind us the entire run. And that's the only one thing. Unless we're about to set up camp down here, we're going to have to face that. That's the view. My goodness. Gorgeous. Like I say, an undertaking, but avoiding the undertaker. I'm very concentrating this bit. The other thing is, oh, nearly went there. Gordon's leading, which is nice, because I don't even chance him. The problem is, if he goes faster than me, we are running down the river now, by the way. It's running down the path. Running down the river. If he goes faster than me, he leaves him behind, and he can't necessarily hear me. Probably can, because I talk too much, but so we kind of got to keep up, even if he's a bit more able bit than I am, or you know, use a better line. So anyway, I am coming up to that, a few feet ahead. Still quite windy. We're coming downhill very steeply now, and we're into the shelter of a small wood. Like I say, all the trees are stunted really. They're all small. So that tells me what I need to know about the wind, I think. Because of course up north in the Northern Isles, you just don't really get trees in very windy places, and the islands most of them are devoid of trees. And this has got them, but they look to me like they're struggling a bit. So this is a blasted place. Oh, Gordon fell there, so that worries me. Whoa, slippy. Okay. Still going down, 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 down. Which of course means we have to go up, 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 up. Another little river there, nearly bursting. Oh. Happily neither of us has fallen over yet. Well, we're not. Going down is more likely to make you fall over than going up. Might lose your footing. Oh, stop for a second. Oh, Fairy Dale Cottage. Are we going over to that? No. Yeah, we're going that way too. So we're down at the bottom. There's a car down here. Oh, What's that doing? Is that a boat? It's a boat.
Oh, it's a boat. It looked like a car.
It did look like a car.
I thought it was a car.
It looked like a 70s orange Morris Marina or something. Alright, there's a little bit of path here and a little sign as well telling us to go left.
Careful.
On the Arran Coastal Way, so that's the coastal way path there. We've just come down, we're almost at the beach. It's nice and calm down here. No white horses in the sea. You probably hear the wind a little bit, but it's nothing like what it was. I'm being careful here because this is absolutely saturated ground. Right, that's us at the beach now. Oh. I think we'll just stop here just for a wee sec, Gordon, and have a look about.
I thought it was a car.
Did look like a car, looked like a car to me.
A wee orange.
So we've got panoramic view, blue sky. Well, that's really what I was looking at here. I can't believe that there is blue sky, but the forecast, the BBC forecast did say, camera here, that the rain, we went out just at the very worst of the rain and the wind. Maybe it won't be as bad when we go back up. Well, I can still hear it.
Sheltered here.
That's where we came from. Still, you can hear the wind. And then back up the hill, still blasting up there. Beautiful beach, all to ourselves of course, nobody else is up here. The last house on the track. I wonder what it's like to live there, if anybody does. Does anybody live there, Gordon? Anyway, okay, I'll probably stop here. So, how would you summarise your run so far, Gordon?
Interesting.
Interesting? Windswept and
Wet.
interesting, I think that's probably accurate, isn't it?
Slippy.
Are you feeling better? Are you feeling elevated for it? A little bit
elevated.
happier than you were in my smelly car?
Feeling elevated until we get round the corner probably.
And then we're going to pay for it, aren't we?
Well,
Well, we'll just take our time.
assuming.
Certainly this is a place I haven't been, I think, for 20-25 years. So this is a privilege. I'm glad we came. Okay. Cheers from me, Dave the Rave, and cheers from Gordo.